Eshani, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101, and welcome back to another bonus video. Today we are going to be talking about yet another holiday product, and this is the first product I'll be talking about from Laura Mercier. This is her Fall in Love Face Illuminator collection. You guys know that highlighting powders is kind of like the thing of 2016, so it was inevitable that we were going to see a ton of highlighter palettes, and this one by Laura Mercier is one that I was particularly excited to try. So this palette retails for $58. This is what the outer box looks like, and then the actual palette itself does have this very subtle kind of leopard or cheetah print. When you pop the palette open, you do have this fairly large mirror here at the top, and then these are the actual highlighters. You're getting 4 pans of highlighter, and this is the same formula as the permanent Laura Mercier face illuminators. You guys have probably seen the full-size versions of these if you've passed by the Laura Mercier section in Sephora. They have 4 different shades that are permanent, and all 4 of those shades are in this palette. That's really the first thing that attracted me to this palette, is these aren't 4 just totally random shades that Laura Mercier just came up with on the fly and threw into this palette. These are all 4 of her permanent existing highlighters that you can purchase in the full size. Now, before I talk about the texture of these illuminators, as well as the value you're getting in this palette and my overall thoughts on the palette, let's go ahead and jump into individual swatches of all 4 of the shades you get. So here are the 4 shades. From left to right, we have Indiscretion, Addiction, Devotion, and Seduction. You guys can see that the range of colors is really nice. All 4 of these shades are very different, one next to the other. You get a really nice, very light color, as well as a fairly deeper bronzy shade. Moving into discussing the actual formulation of this product. Now, the texture of this illuminator really much reminds me of the Estee Lauder Powder Gelée illuminators or the MAC Extra Dimension skin finishes. Any of those kind of liquid powder hybrid type products. I'm not saying that these are creamy or perform like a cream in any way. They are a very true powder, but they have that kind of stiffer texture, but when you apply them with a stiff brush, they give almost like a liquid highlight effect. I actually really do love the texture of these. Like I said, if you like the powder gelées or the Extra Dimension skin finishes, you will definitely enjoy this texture. In terms of pigmentation, they all have very nice pigmentation. None of them have any chunky glitter bits or anything. They are all a very, very finely milled, almost metallic finish. They can emphasize enlarged pores or texture on the skin because they are super, super glowy. And then in terms of pigmentation, all of these colors are very, very pigmented. I wouldn't say that one shade performs better than any of the other ones, and I wouldn't say any of the colors in here are duds. I mean, I really do like the colors that are offered in here. I think that no matter what your skin tone is, from super, super pale to super, super deep, there's at least one shade in here that would work by itself. But obviously the benefit of getting a palette of 4 different shades is that you can mix and match. You can obviously dip your brush into multiple shades to get a custom highlight color. Now, with all of that being said, I did want to go ahead and do a quick price breakdown for you, just to let you know my overall thoughts on the value. As I said, this palette does retail for $58, and you are getting 4 different shades, which means you are paying $14.50 per pan of product. Each of these individual pans holds 3.3 grams of product, and if you multiply that by 4, you do get 13.2 grams of product total. That breaks down to $4.39 that you are paying per gram of product in this palette. Now, if you were to purchase any of these shades in the full size, which, like I said, all 4 of these shades are actually available in the full size versions, you would be paying $44 for 9.9 grams of product. That means that you are going to be paying $4.44 per gram of product in the full size. $4.44 for the full size versus $4.39 for this palette means that you are getting a better value in this palette, and you're getting to try all 4 of the colors without having to purchase them in the full size. Now, even though the overall value of this palette is good compared to the full size version, I wouldn't necessarily say that $60 for 4 shades is the greatest deal. I mean, it is Laura Mercier, so you are paying a little bit for the high-end brand and the name and everything, and the quality is excellent. I have nothing bad to say about the quality at all, but it's going to be a personal preference thing. If you guys have been eyeing any of these illuminators in the full size, I definitely think this palette is going to be worth your while because you get to try all 4 of the shades for much less than the price of you buying 2 full size. However, in terms of uniqueness of the colors or of the product itself, like I said, there are formulas that are very similar to this, and none of these colors are necessarily unique. I'm sure that I have other things like it in my collection. So this is definitely going to be a personal preference type product. Am I happy to have it? Yes, I am glad I have it, especially for reference for future products that I review. But in terms of it being a must-have highlighter palette, I don't really think it quite fits the bill. So there you guys have it. Those are my thoughts on the Laura Mercier highlighter palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check the link down below because I have my playlist of all of my other holiday review videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video on Monday. I will see you then. Bye. This one is the Stone Cold Babe gift set, and the other one is the Frozen Assets. Only imagine if you did have any kind of texture going on your eyelids, these would not look very good.